Hello Anthony, this is Christoph from Germany, hello. And I have two questions actually for you, maybe you can help me a little bit with that. The first one is, I have still a little bit of a struggle with approach anxiety. What are your types or your advice for that? How can I handle that better? And you mentioned on one point of time that it is good for me to be better with, in some way with women if I make friendships with women. How would you say, what would be a good way to do that? I hope my accent is not that hard. I really enjoy your videos and I don't know exactly how much you know about how much you do for us. So thank you for that and nice hair still, dude.
Well, hi there, Christoph. Thank you so much for making a video question to me. So your first question about approach anxiety. This is probably one of the biggest things that everybody deals with. The fear, the anxiety of actually going up to somebody and starting a conversation with them. Listen, I could answer this in about a million different ways. I have looked at this and I have conquered this and I have taught my students and my clients how to conquer this in a million different ways. But I'm gonna give you a small way, something that's really bite-sized and easy for this video today. Let's think about what most guys like to do. They like to rev themselves up at a bar. They like to get real macho. They see that girl over there, I'm gonna go talk to that girl. So what we've already done is they've created a boundary. They've created a chasm, something that they have to conquer, a challenge that they have to achieve, to pass by, to win. That is already the wrong headspace. The winning headspace means that you are already objectifying a person. This is getting really deep really quickly, but I never think about approaching anymore. Why? Because the second I see somebody far away and I decide in my brain, okay, now I'm gonna go talk to them and I'm going to go make them like me. I've already ruined it. Why? Because I'm already in a performative place because I see this person as somebody to win, as something to win. They're not a thing and they're not to be won, right? They're a person. So with people, what do we do with people? We don't collect them and put them in our pocket, keep them in our basement, unless you're a psychopath. What do? We connect with people. We create relationships with people. So before we even think about going up to that person, let's unbrainwash the way we even approach interactions, new interactions with new people, Christoph. Okay, so let's make it really simple. Why in the first place are we even going over to somebody? Let's say you're at a party and there's a bunch of people around and maybe you see a guy or a girl that you're interested in. Instead of going, what do I say to that person when I go up to them? Don't focus on that. Instead, allow your natural social faculties to accomplish this automatically. So I very rarely tell somebody to go over to that person and say something. What do I do instead? I say, just go stand over there. What is the worst way to meet somebody new? It's to stay home and do nothing, right? What's the next best step into meeting somebody new, right? Going outside. What's the next best step? Maybe going to a place where there's a lot of people. What's the next best step? Maybe going to a place where there's a lot of people that you could relate with. What's the next best step? Finding the people in that little group, that little party, that look the most interesting to you or the most relatable to you. Okay, so then go stand next to those people, right? So if I'm at a bar and I'm with my buddy and I put myself near people that look interesting, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start being myself. I'm gonna start interacting with my friend. I'm gonna start talking about fun things that I'm interested in. Or maybe I'll see those people that I find interesting around me, where previously 30 feet away, I wouldn't be able to notice things or hear things. From far away, I wouldn't be able to hear that maybe she's into the Strokes, maybe she's into Chet Baker, right? I don't know. But if I'm standing right next to the group of people that I'm interested in probably meeting, and I'm hanging out with my buddy, and I hear something about the Strokes, I could simply just turn around and say, hey, you like the Strokes? You know, and then I would talk about what I'm interested in, maybe ask her something she might be interested in. So I'd say, you know what? The first 2 albums are like God albums to me. After that, they were okay, but they weren't as good as the first 2. What do you think? So right from there, I already had context because I was closer. So keep in mind, I'm not even focusing on planning to talk to her. I don't have a master plan. All I do, let's go back to it, is I allow the natural social faculties of my mind to just happen organically. So again, if I want to meet people, I'm not going to stay home. I'm going to go out in public, right? Then what's the next best thing? I'm going to go where there's people. What's the next best thing? I'm going to go near people where I might share interests with them, right? Now in that group, maybe I'm going to just use my eyes and my ears to look and to hear for things that I might relate to with those people. Say I'm at that party, I go near the people that I feel I might relate with using my eyes and my ears, right? I'm not gonna go near the people where I don't think I would relate with at all. That's why I don't go to like sports pubs. I don't watch sports, right? I'd probably go to some like nerdy, weird hipster bar in Brooklyn when I used to live in Brooklyn. I go where I would relate with people. Once I'm there, I just naturally gravitate towards the people that seem to relate to me the most. This is all I do. I just get super specific about filtering in the right people and filtering out the wrong people, and I just naturally get closer to them. I'm not even having a plan of like, that girl, that guy, I'm gonna talk to, and I'm gonna say this. Once I'm there, I'm just gonna allow myself to listen or see. If there's something that I don't notice or something that I don't connect with immediately, I don't focus on it. I just do my thing. I am like a little puppy dog, and anytime something exciting pops up with my eyes, with my ears, maybe with my nose, I'll just go right over there. And I'll pay attention to it and I'll interact with that person, okay? So I don't want you thinking, Christoph, about approaching. All I want you to do is just gravitate towards the people that you relate to the most. Now, your next question is kind of similar with my answer, right? So it's, you said I should make friends with women. Yes. Where do I make friends with women? First, I want you to decide what you're interested in and what women that you would probably like would be interested in as well. Yeah? Here's the great thing about context-based relationships. You don't have to work to interact with them. If you like photography and she likes photography, and guess what? She actually likes street photography and you like street photography. Or maybe you're just more interested in street photography and maybe using film. You could ask her all these questions. Hey, do you like that YouTube channel, Negative Feedback, that talks only about film photography? What's your favorite street photographer? Do you have any photography books? You already have questions to ask. You already have interests that you guys can connect on. This is so much easier than going to some loud club where you have no context between people, except for maybe looking hot and cool, and then forcing conversation to somebody that may not connect with you whatsoever. Why are you making it more difficult? Make it easier for yourself. So, Christoph, the answer is look for communities. Go on meetup.com if they have that in Germany, right? Look for events. So say, again, you're into photography, look for photography events. For instance, in LA, Leica, which is a camera company, they have a Leica store and they often hold events in their store. I went to one of those Leica events. There's a lot of cool people at the photography events. Maybe you like hiking, find a hiking community. Maybe you like art, find an art community. Whatever it is, I want you to find those people. That's the number one thing. Once you're there, do you know how easy it is to just connect with those people in that group? Then, after you've connected with everyone, decide who you're most interested in. Decide who you're most attracted to. It's simple as that. I don't want you doing more work. This is not a challenge. Dating should never be hard if you're doing it right, if you have the right strategy implemented and you're merely acting from your natural inclinations based on what you're interested in. That's it. Hey, listen, I loved getting my first little video message. That was dope, guys and girls. If you want your questions answered right here on this channel, go right on Instagram, follow me down below, record a video message, send it to me, and I will answer it on an upcoming episode of, I don't know, Anthony answering questions. That's it for today. If you are interested in going further into what I teach, I have a free audiobook for you called Iconic Bachelor, Learning from the Greats. You can get it at the link in the description below. It goes into the absolute foundation of what makes a person, man or woman, their most confident, happy, content, attractive self. There's only really three main things. There's only three things that do that. That's it for today. I will see you whenever.